Hello and welcome. I'm Brad. I'm Sweaty. That's Si. He's Mikeless. And this pretty much sums up our channel right now. We're still trying to work out the kinks, but we hope you enjoy it. Anything you want to add, Si?
Cue the montage.
Yes! Get it! Oh my God, what a goal!
Obviously, David Moyes has been at West Ham previously, before they let him go. Do you feel as though that's the right appointment to bring David Moyes back in again? I mean, obviously he did a good job last time. You don't bad any reason why?
I think it's just going to be kind of the reverse of Pearson in terms of what their goal has been really this season. Basically, I think he isn't going to keep them up. I actually do think West Ham will get relegated. I think Moyes is fine. Well, I mean, he did really well for Everton by what they were hoping for anyway. But ever since then, what's he done?
Well, he was a bit unlucky at Man United, really. He didn't really have enough time. I think he was a bit unfortunate there.
True, but even since then, what's he done?
I think if I was a West Ham fan and David Moyes got appointed, it doesn't excite me. It wouldn't excite me. It wouldn't excite me for any club, I think, if you found out David Moyes was being appointed as your manager. I mean, you'd want someone else, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think with Pellegrini, obviously, it was expected to bring that wow factor football to West Ham as well, like he kind of had at City. Obviously, he had better players there, and he's still got really good players at West Ham. I mean, you look at Anderson as well, for example. I think he's arguably their best player when he's on it. David Moyes' football, does he really have a style, would you say, David Moyes?
If I was to ask you what's Mancini style, what's Pellegrini style, you wouldn't know. But if I was to ask what's Pep Guardiola's style, you would know. Yeah. And I think that's what separates Guardiola, although they both won the league at City. I think that's what separates a great manager to that slight below sort of thing. Or do you know what I'm trying to say? Like Guardiola, you know what style you're getting, and it just looks great when it pays off.
When you have the players as well.
But yeah, I don't think he'll be there very long, Moyes.
Fair enough. So you don't think he'll be here this next season? Then basically, think they'll get rid of him again?
I don't know. Like, I don't think it'd be wise though if they do get relegated to sack him. I don't think they should do that. Do you?
I think if he gets relegated, I think they might give him the opportunity. But I think if he stays up, he'll more likely to get sacked than if he goes down.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he's kind of a bigger manager, they might think he'll do better in the Championship.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So to be fair, for his own job security, I might have better to get relegated. To be honest, what do you think, Brad, Mr. Freeze?
He's frozen, mate.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll hold it. Your camera's frozen, Mars.
Oh no, but can you hear me?
Can hear.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, guys, this is the radio segment of the podcast. We hope you enjoy it. What was the question, Sam?
Do you think David Moyes will be here next season? I mean, you think they're going to get relegated? So,
well, yeah. To be fair, I don't think he will. No, even if somehow he kept his job, when he gets them relegated, which will happen. I've called it now. I don't see him lasting out like a full season. Once again, I think almost all the managers that have joined this season won't be there at the end of the next season.
I believe it was Jose Mourinho coming into Spurs, replacing Mauricio Pochettino, which was quite a shocking appointment, really. I mean, obviously, Pochettino had a rough start. It got Spurs to the Champions League final last year, missing out to, of course, the team that you two dearly love in Liverpool. Because of the success he's had, do you just feel like the players got sick of him? And that's maybe why the results slipped? So something obviously happened behind the scenes, potentially there, when they brought Mourinho in. Now, do you think Mourinho was the right appointment? Obviously, he's got a history of managing big clubs, in the Premier League especially. He's going around all the big top 4, 6 clubs at the minute in the Mourinho. So what are your thoughts on Mourinho?
I think. Well, sorry, go on.
So I don't think that Pochettino should have been sacked, first of all. I thought that was, I know he had a bad start in it, but like you said, he got into a Champions League final. They've been consistently good under him, getting top four for like the previous couple of seasons or whatever. So I don't think he should have been sacked. Maybe they just thought of an opening was available for Mourinho to come in. Obviously, he was out of a job for I don't know how long for, but since United, maybe about 6 months, whatever. So maybe they thought, okay, he's the better option. It's basically the same answer as to the likes of like Ancelotti and Arteta. It's such a competitive league now, I think, up there at the top, that again they're going to have to keep Kane. That's going to have to be a big thing for them, to keep Kane, keep the best players and recruit some more players as well. I do think they can. They have the players have shown in recent years that they've got certainly the capability of reaching top four and maybe going a bit further as well. Because it's sort of been the same team with, give or take, a few players that's been there now for like the last 3 or 4 years. Kane, Dele Alli, I know Lucas has come in, I think last season or the season before, and Son as well. So they've definitely got the players to do. I think they've got better players than Arsenal and a better team than Arsenal. But it's just, and Mourinho is a good manager as well. But he does have a tendency as well to lose a dressing room. So he has to keep that dressing room sweet, not be a miserable bastard like he has been.
What calling players out in the press as well.
Yeah, I'd probably say about 3 or 4 years max. I can see him being there, and in that time, he'd hope to win them a trophy. And it probably, out of all of them, it's probably likely to be the FA Cup or the Carling Cup.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. Mourinho does win trophies. It's just, it won't be the Prem, unfortunately, for Mourinho and Spurs fans. He does win trophies. He does still have a good record in Europe, even Europa League as well, as you've seen. He's won it with United. And next season, I think he will be there next season. I think he'll spend big, if possible. Obviously, they have to stay in to pay off. I still think they will try and spend big with Mourinho there. And I don't think Mourinho, I'm in agreement there. I don't think Mourinho will be there 2 or 3 years down the line. I think after next season, if he wins a big trophy like Europa, gets top 4, if not in one of the European Cups, I think he'll stay for another season, and then it'll start going downhill from there potentially. With that being said, then, do you both think that they will get either a Champions League or a Europa League spot this season?
He'll get Europa League.
But you're certain on getting Europa, especially with Kane being back as well.
I'm basing it on the fact that if City are still banned, which they should probably will be.
Top 7, yeah.
He's top 7. There's no way they won't finish top 7.
Fair enough. Are you in agreement, Tom? Are you slightly against that?
Well, I think there's a chance that they might not finish top. Well, yeah, don't know. Actually, no, yeah. I'm in agreement. Yeah, you're in agreement. I was going to argue, but I think they'll get Europa. I don't think they'll get Champions League, but Europa League.
Yeah, that's if City get banned, of course. And even if City were to get banned, you still feel as though they would get Europa, Tom?
If City what, mate?
If City were banned, it was just a top 6, not a top 7. Do you feel like Spurs would creep into the top 6 places? We came back as well, bearing in mind.
No, I don't.
The way injury hit quite hard before.
It's tight up there though with Wolves and Sheffield United, isn't it? And United, but I'd say okay, they will finish top 6 regardless. I think Sheffield United, without like the home games of them, the fans being there and pushing them on, and same with Wolves as well, I think they might find it a bit more difficult against teams like Spurs and United going into the final run of fixtures. So I'll say Spurs will finish top 6.
Thank you for watching our video. If you want to look professional and act like it too, just see me and where I got this shirt.
And you can pay him absolutely nothing for some free advice on that to look professional.
I don't know how to get you an iron, but I can get you a shirt. That's the main thing.
It comes creased as well, all creased up just for your liking.
Exactly. We've got to keep it personal, just like our videos. And if you like them, like you like this shirt, don't forget.
Then please roast Brad.
Yep.
Oh, that as well. See you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.